As cannabis gains widespread acceptance, its benefits are often celebrated, while potential cognitive risks are downplayed. But are the studies warning of these risks truly as conclusive as they seem? We must critically examine the evidence behind these alarming claims. One of the most frequently cited studies, the Dunedin Multidisciplinary Health and Development Study, tracked over 1,000 individuals from birth to their mid-40s. The study reported that long-term cannabis users, especially those who began young, experienced an average IQ drop of 5.5 points, with significant declines in learning, memory, and processing speed. Additionally, these users were found to have smaller hippocampal volumes, a critical area for memory. But can we take these findings at face value? The homogeneity of the Dunedin study's sample, mostly individuals from similar socioeconomic backgrounds, casts serious doubt on the generalizability of these results. Are we genuinely seeing a clear picture of cannabis's impact on the broader population? Or are these results skewed by unaccounted variables? Moreover, attributing the observed IQ decline solely to cannabis use ignores other significant factors like socioeconomic status, education, and healthcare access, which may equally contribute to cognitive outcomes. The National Epidemiologic Survey on Alcohol and Related Conditions, NESARC, in the US, surveyed over 43,000 adults, concluding that long-term cannabis users are at greater risk for substance use, mood disorders, and anxiety. Cognitive deficits were also reported, varying with the frequency and duration of cannabis use. Yet one must question the validity of these conclusions. Despite the impressive sample size, the reliance on self-reported data introduces the possibility of recall bias, and the challenge of controlling for all potential confounding factors further complicates the attribution of cognitive deficits exclusively to cannabis. Without accounting for other unmeasured influences, these conclusions risk being misleading. The CARDIA study, which followed over 5,000 participants for 25 years, associated persistent cannabis use with poorer verbal memory by middle age. Users in the study were noted to remember one word less for every 5 years of cannabis use. However, even this seemingly clear-cut finding should be approached with skepticism. The selective impact on verbal memory, while concerning, might not reflect the broader cognitive effects of cannabis. Additionally, the study does not fully account for the variability in cannabis potency and composition over time, leaving room for other explanations. If these selective impacts on verbal memory are not representative, then the real-world consequences for users might be far more complex and concerning than these studies suggest. These potential cognitive declines are not just theoretical. They could have real-world implications, affecting daily life, professional success, and personal relationships. What happens when these subtle cognitive declines accumulate over years or decades? Could they be silently eroding our collective cognitive health? While cannabis advocates may argue that these effects are minimal, the cumulative impact over time could be far more detrimental than is often acknowledged. The debate over the potential for recovery from cannabis-induced cognitive deficits remains unresolved. Some studies suggest that impairments may diminish or disappear with abstinence, especially in younger users. However, if these deficits persist, particularly in heavy users, the long-term societal costs, ranging from reduced productivity to increased healthcare burdens, could be substantial. This ongoing debate highlights the urgent need for more targeted research that considers factors like usage patterns, abstinence duration, and the potency of cannabis products. These critiques highlight the complexities involved in studying the long-term effects of cannabis. While the Dunedin, NESARC, and CARDIA studies offer important insights, they also reveal significant limitations that challenge their conclusions. For those who question the prevailing narrative, it's crucial to demand more inclusive, rigorously designed research that accounts for a broader range of variables and populations. As society increasingly embraces cannabis, are we overlooking risks that could have irreversible consequences? The need for clarity has never been more urgent. As we move forward, it's imperative that our understanding of cannabis remains clear-sighted, free from the distortions of convenience or bias. The price of getting this wrong may be far higher than we dare to imagine.